The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Come on.
Here's second and 10.
Fix the Eagles. Go.
Now a give, right side. McDonald. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You look at this Niner defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A loss of 2 yards.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the middle they go. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete right side to McDonald. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that. And when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Purdy from the gun.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You look at this Niner defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter down. It's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McDonald, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lightning 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the
2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McDonald. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They go play action here. Purdy
steps away to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray.
37 yards.
And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. He'll get this to his tight end, Latu.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake.
Out to his left. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Purdy from his own end zone. And this pass caught by Gray. Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Orbits are able to claw one back. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Niners 42, Orbits 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Up the middle they go. McDonald, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Douglas, the man in motion. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
He's going to try and do this himself.
Past the 20, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Ready, ready, hut! Warrior 70.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down to the 32. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Skirts. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
79 Broncos.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
65 cats. 65 cats. Ready, ready.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Douglas. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
14. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Now they'll change things up.
2nd and 15.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
84 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
70 Timberwolves.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Trap 60, Trap 60. Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy from the gun. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Rio,
things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.